treat. They had to dig only 10 inches before making a grisly discovery: a piece of human skull. Within hours, they uncovered the rest of the remains in the shallow 2-foot grave. They also discovered a bra and a girdle. Around the skeleton's neck were women's stockings. Lori Romanek was not at all surprised.
No, I don't need any medical detectives to prove to me that that's my mother.
There was no identification on the remains, and bacteria in the shallow grave eliminated the possibility of DNA testing. Even the teeth were too badly damaged by bacteria to analyze the tooth pulp, usually a rich protected source of DNA. So detectives had to use other means to identify the skeleton. The first clue was a tree root from a neighbor's mulberry tree that had grown through the skull. The root was sent to Dr. Thomas Harlan, a dendrochronologist at the University of Arizona. By studying the age of the tree root and the manner in which it penetrated the skull, Harlan was convinced that the body was placed in the ground before the tree root. Since the root was 15 years old, the body was placed in the grave before 1978.
This will tell us the age of the tree root growing over the body means that the body had to be there before the tree root was there. Otherwise, it would have been cut, disturbed, would not have gone across. This gives a minimum age for the body to be in that position.
Forensic anthropologist Dr. Laura Fulginetti analyzed the skeletal remains and determined it was a Caucasian woman between 5'4" and 5'5" in height. The pelvic bones indicated that the woman had given birth to at least 2 children and was between 20 and 40 years of age. All were consistent with Diane Keidel. Dental x-rays are commonly used for identification. Unfortunately, Diane Keidel's dentist was no longer in practice, and her dental x-rays had been destroyed. As a last-ditch effort to identify the remains, Dr. Fulginetti decided to try a technique called skull photograph superimposition.
What you basically are doing is taking a picture of the person in life and superimposing it onto the skull of the person that you think it might have been.
Dr. Fulginetti photographed the skull in the same position and size as the photograph of Diane Keidel taken shortly before she disappeared.
A canine tooth that was slightly ajar, it just stuck out slightly.